Getting monetized on YouTube and being able to make money off of the ads that are played on your videos is a big goal for many YouTubers. Being able to make passive money from those ads, making money from super chats and super stickers, or turning on memberships so you can create a close-knit community and give them extra content and perks. There are a lot of options when it comes to monetizing on YouTube. But there's a lot that goes into getting approved to be monetized on YouTube, and understanding the technicalities of that can get confusing, especially since there's so many new changes happening with the YouTube monetization program. One of the amazing things that YouTube has done recently is added new tiers, and with that comes lower requirements into getting into the program. So for today's video, I want to go over everything that has to do with YouTube monetization and how to get into the program so you know exactly what you need to do to get monetized and what you'll get when you do get monetized. First, I want to talk about what you can get when you get monetized on YouTube, because there are a lot of ways you can make money directly from the YouTube platform, and they are rolling out a bunch more, which is fantastic. So when you get monetized, you'll see this earn tab over here on the side in the back end of your YouTube partner dashboard. And yours is probably going to look a little bit different if you have just gotten monetized, because you'll need to turn on all of the different things. But once you do turn them on, this is what it's going to look like. So there is showing you the different ways that you have monetized your channel, plus more ways to earn if you haven't turned on all of the ways. So this is currently what I am monetizing with. And then there's also a shopping option, and we'll talk about all these options in a bit of what you can actually use to get monetized. And then there's a bunch of different tabs over here for you to see your watch page, ads, your short feeds, memberships, supers, and shopping. So we'll talk about ads in a minute because there is a lot of things that go into it. So the first thing I want to talk about here is skipping that and talking about memberships, which is something that I just recently turned on here in the channel. And essentially, it's just how you can get paid monthly from your subscribers. They can sign up for a membership directly on YouTube, and then you can give them perks for signing up for that membership. So if we go over here to the memberships tab, you can see that since I just turned it on, I don't actually have any members, but when I do, I'll be able to see all of the key analytics here, member activities, comments, recent videos that members have joined on. There's a lot of good information here, so you can see what is working. And then you can create up to 6 price levels, and you have to get them approved by YouTube. So I already have one here, which is my business mastermind. So you can have loyalty badges, you can have emojis, you can have exclusive member only videos, photos and status updates, member only polls, stuff like that. So if I were to add a level and go to edit it, I can name it anything. So let's just call it members for now, because it doesn't really matter. Monthly price, it will tell you here is the lower levels of membership, what is popular. So I can't have one that is $7.99 again, because that is already a level that I have. And then the highest levels, which is kind of insane. And then super fans. I don't know anybody that would ever have you spend $500 a month for a YouTube membership. You're out of your mind. But apparently that is an option. You can charge up to $500 down to 99 cents for YouTube memberships. And then you can also do different types of perks. So you can either add your own and make it whatever it is that you want, or you can click a suggested one. So you can do custom and it could be whatever you want, or you can click on any of these and use them. And then you can do as many as you want. Actually, I don't know if that's actually true, if you can do as many as you want for a single one, or if there's a limit to how many perks you can do. I haven't figured out how many perks you can actually do. Once you hit done and then you hit next, save and exit, it will send that in to be reviewed to make sure that it follows the community guidelines. Now, I didn't realize that that was a thing that you had to do, was you had to actually get it approved. So that was a surprise. But because I used only the suggested ones, it got approved pretty much immediately, because they know that those are the ones that I chose. So they know that those are going to be okay to be used. So if you do a custom one, it might take a little bit longer. I think it's set up to 24 hours for it to get reviewed and approved to make sure that it matches what their community guidelines are, and you're not giving away nudes or something like that. I don't know what wouldn't get approved. You also have supers, which is a couple different things. They have super chats, which is for live streams. They have super stickers, which is for live streams. And then they have super thanks, which is for your regular videos. So I currently have super chats and super stickers on, even though I don't ever plan to do any live streaming. If I ever did a live stream, people could send money directly to the live stream with a super chat that will show up in like green or yellow or a big bright color so that I could see, oh, somebody paid for me to see this message, and then I could read it out as opposed to just reading the normal chat. Super stickers, I believe that's also the same thing. And basically they just send a sticker and then you can see it and be like, oh, thank you for, the super sticker. I don't know many people that use super stickers. I feel like the super chats are more used than anything, but both options are there. And then super thanks. If you go to one of my videos, underneath the video, you will see that you can donate money to a specific video. So if, for example, if you saw a video that really, really helped you of mine, you could donate to me off of that video for giving you the good information or whatever you really wanted. So I don't know that I'm actually going to be able to see it because oh no, it's right. Okay, they hid it, which I think is a little weird that you would hide it, make it harder for people to give. But you can see the three little dots, thanks here. You can give however much money you want. Please never give $500. That is insane. But you could give as much money as you want and you can send it to people. I'm surprised that they put that behind the three little dots, making it harder for people to see, but apparently they did. And then one thing that I haven't gotten into yet is shopping, but that is basically just for YouTubers who want to sell merch or something like that. You can have a shop attached to your YouTube channel and it will show up underneath your actual video. So let me find a video that has it, a creator that has that on. Once you're on a video, you can scroll down and shop the store and you can see all of the different things that the creator has. I don't currently have this set up, but you can if that's something that you want to do. And then one thing that they're thinking about rolling out or talking about rolling out, but they haven't rolled out to everybody yet, is YouTube courses, which is essentially where you can create a course for your viewers on YouTube and sell it directly onto YouTube to your audience. I think this is going to be fantastic. I think this is going to be amazing. I'm definitely going to be using this feature once it comes out because I'm so excited to try it. It's something that, like I said, is not out to every creator. Only a select few, probably the top creators, have it. But I did learn a little bit of information on it. I found an article directly from YouTube talking a little bit about it. So if you want to learn more on it, I will leave the link to that down below in the description if you want to check out exactly what they're going to be talking about or implementing at some point. I don't even think we have a timeline yet, but I'll leave all the information that I learned down below. And then one of the last ways that you can monetize on YouTube is with ads. And this is going to be one of the most popular. This is the one that people are really trying to get monetized for. All this extra stuff is great, but ads is really what people want. So you can get that pretty much passive income from all of your videos. However, I say this for last because it can be a bit confusing. And one of the most confusing things is the fact that you don't get paid for every single video view that you get. So if you get 1,000 views on a video, you will not get paid for every 1,000 views on that video. You only get paid per view of the ad. And the ads don't always play on your videos. So let me show you what I mean. If I go back into my content area and let's just say I'm going to edit this video. When you upload your video, you have a monetization tab and you have the ability to see the screen. You can turn on monetization. You can turn on the different types of ads. And by the way, this will be going away pretty soon. You won't be able to choose what ads are being played. It's just they're gonna get rid of this. So it's just gonna be whatever they decide is best for the viewer. Right now you can choose. You always have to have display ads on, which as you can see is on the side of the video. So you get paid for the ads on the side, skippable video ads or non-skippable. I'm pretty sure that is all going away at some point, but you can do pre-roll ads, mid-roll, and post-roll. So one before the video, one after the video. And if your video is over, I think it's 8 minutes and 30 seconds, or it might be 8 minutes. It used to be 10, but now they lowered it in order for you to allow mid-roll ads to play through, which means obviously throughout your video. And so when you click on mid-roll ads, what you're going to see is a screen that looks like this. And YouTube will occasionally put ads in your videos for you, but you can delete them and re-put them in wherever you want. So I personally like to have an ad about 2 to 3 minutes, right between maybe like the 2:30 mark, because I know my average view duration is typically somewhere around the 5 to 6 minute mark. So people are going to be watching at least that first ad. Now, lately I have been doing chapters, and I hear a good practice because people like to skip around on YouTube chapters. You can put the ad a few seconds after the chapter. So basically, if your chapter starts at 5 minutes, if you put an ad at like 5:10, then people will get an ad almost immediately after that chapter. And so it like forces them to watch an ad before they keep watching the video and while they're skipping around. So that's why they're kind of laid out randomly like that, is because these are the different types of chapters that I have. And then you can delete them. You can also type in the time over here if you want, or you can have YouTube place them. I think YouTube is pretty garbage at placing ads, so I like to place them in myself. However, you don't want to put too many ads in your video, because if you have a ton of ads and YouTube decides that they are actually going to play all of them, people are going to leave your video. Whenever you place an ad, that is a good chance that someone is going to leave the video because they don't want to watch the ad, which is crazy to me because ads are usually maybe 15 seconds long. And if they are 15 seconds long, chances are they're going to be a 5-second skippable ad. But every time you place an ad is a potential opportunity for someone to be like, I'm not watching this, and they leave and go do something else. So you want to post them sparingly, enough that you make money off of them, but not too much that you distract from the content of the video. Because for me, the most important thing is the content of the video, giving the value to the viewer and making sure that they have a good viewing experience. And if I have a ton of ads back to back to back, every 2 minutes, every 1 minute, people are going to get so irritated and they're going to leave, and they're probably not going to come back because they can't believe how many ads are being played. And another thing is, not every single time do you place an ad does one get played. And that's what I mean by not every single view that you get on YouTube is monetized, because somehow in the back end, ways we really don't know, YouTube will decide who gets an ad and who doesn't. I've pretty much 100% of the time seen an ad at the beginning of the video, but mid-roll ads don't necessarily always get played, and post-roll ads don't always get played either. So for example, if I place this ad here, I am letting YouTube know, hey, I would like an ad played here, please. And YouTube can tell me, yeah, that's a great place for an ad for this viewer, but it's not a great place for an ad for this viewer. So we're not going to play it for viewer 1, but we're going to play it for viewer 2. And again, we don't really know what that means or how they decide it, but those are some good things to know about ads. And another thing is, like I said, this can be complicated. You get paid a different amount of money per ad, per whatever it is. So if we go over here to October, so this will be the last 16 days of revenue for me. And you can go over here to the revenue tab in your channel analytics. You can see that I have made $32 of revenue this month so far. Right here is the important part. The estimated revenue is $31.98. I have got 6.3K views that were monetized. But if I actually go back to the overview, you'll see in October, I actually got 7,000 views so far, but only 6.3 of them were actually monetized. So a couple of those views were not monetized views. And the revenue for every 1,000 views on your ads is $5.09 for this month. So you also don't get paid technically like per ad. This is the revenue that you get for every 1,000 views on your ads. And that is $509 for this month. Now last month, because there was more time, because obviously this would be a full month, my revenue was $616. So it changes every single month. I got 12,000 monetized views and it was $6.16. But I actually made 12,800 views. But the monetized views was only actually 12,000. So 800 views didn't actually get monetized. So it's all random. It all really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that is kind of the rundown of ads. Now, all of that is great, but let's talk about how you can actually get monetized on YouTube and what requirements you need to get all of this cool stuff. Because there are a couple different ways now, whereas before there was only one way. So there is a smaller monetization requirement now. They have lowered the typical one for a lower tier. The first level, which is brand new, allows you to apply to the partner program with only 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, which means how many hours of content has been watched within the last 12 months. And by 12 months, it does not mean January to December. It means the last 365 days. It is a rolling 12 months. So today is 10/18. If I go back to 10/18/2022, 366 a day will no longer count towards my 3,000 watch hours that I need. Only the last 365 days will count. So every day you are constantly losing and gaining watch hours, which is why it feels a little bit like a rat race, because you are always racing against how you did 365 days ago, because you will lose those watch hours and have to gain more, which is one of the reasons why it is so hard to get monetized. So you need 3,000 watch hours and 500 subscribers, or if you post shorts and you do really well on shorts, you need to get 3 million views in the last 90 days plus 1,000 subscribers. And I think people get this confused where they think they are equal, they help each other out, and they do not. You can either get 3,000 watch hours or 3 million shorts in the last 12 months and then in the last 90 days. They do not help each other. So if you get a ton of watch hours on your shorts, which is probably not likely because, they're only 60 seconds, the watch hours for your shorts do not count towards the 3,000 watch hours you need. And if you get 1,000 views on a video, it does not cross over to your shorts. Those are completely separate. They're just two different ways will get you monetized to this fan-funded level. And by fan-funded, I mean you do not get access to everything. I don't think you get access to shopping, and I know you don't get access to playing ads on your videos. All you get is the fan-funded options, which is the super chats, the super stickers, and the super thanks, and I believe memberships as well. So fan-funded stuff. I'm not 100% positive on that, but I don't think you get shopping. And I know for a fact you do not get ads on your videos, so you still won't be making money off of ads. If you want to make money off of ads and do the shopping and you want access to everything, you need to hit the old requirement, which is 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months and 1,000 subscribers, or the 1,000 subscribers and 10 million shorts views in 90 days. And you might be thinking that 10 million shorts views or 3 million for the lower one is insane, and that's because it is. And that just tells you how YouTube weighs the value of the two audiences. You need 10 million shorts views in the last 90 days to get fully monetized on YouTube, but you only need 4,000 watch hours. I know I say only, and that's probably a lot to most people, but still 10 million is nowhere near 4,000 hours. I feel like that's a huge shift in what you need, but that's because shorts views, they're kind of easy to get. They can go viral. I mean, they're not super easy, but they can kind of go viral, and they're only 60-second views at least. So they're not as valuable to YouTube as it is for you to get 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers and have the long form content monetized instead. Now, if you manage to hit the 10 million shorts views and 1,000 subscribers, you will get access to the whole program. Or if you hit the 4,000 watch hours and the 1,000 subscribers, your shorts will be monetized, your regular views will be monetized, everything will be monetized, but there are just two different ways for you to get to that level. So that's why they opened up this second option for if you do shorts, you can get monetized. If you only do shorts, you can get monetized. And then also a lower fan-funded tier, which the lower tier is great because because you'll hit that tier first, of course. When you get monetized at that tier, the second tier, which is the 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, once you hit that, the application process will go by quicker because you don't actually just automatically get put into the YouTube partner program. You have to apply, and you can still get denied, which it's not likely that you will if you are, posting good quality content, but you can get denied for the YouTube partner program. So once you get that first tier, getting into the second tier will be easier and it will be quicker because they will have already reviewed your channel at one point in time. So let's talk about how to actually apply for monetization. And like I said, because you hit the requirement does not automatically mean that you get monetized. You just get the chance to monetize, and someone will have to review your channel. They said it could take up to 7 days. For me, I think it took a day and I was monetized, and then I could turn on ads and stuff. But if you have a lot of reused content, or you do a lot of reaction content and you just take content from other YouTubers and play it over your videos and react to it, if they think your content isn't very unique, they might not let you into the program, or if they think it's overly gory or overly graphic or things like that. I'm not exactly sure 100% what they will or will not let into the program, but if you're doing content like this, or if you're doing lifestyle content, then you should be fine, because I feel like they are pretty accepting into the program, but you make sure you have to read the guidelines, of course, so that you know that you are inside of those guidelines. And applying is super easy. You can get an email that lets you know, hey, you hit the requirements. I knew when I was going to hit the requirements, so I didn't bother waiting for the email. I just went into the back end and just hit apply, and then it will send it off to somebody. They will look at your channel and they will let you know in 1 to 7 days, yes or no, you can monetize in the program. And then you just need to set up Google AdSense, which I think you might have to have that set up before you even get monetized. I think that's a requirement. You have to have Google Ads, because that's how you will get paid out, is through Google AdSense. So the thing is, you need to also have $100 in order to cash out. So I make about $70 a month. For September, I made $74.12. So at the end of the month, that $74 got deposited into my Google AdSense, which means I didn't get to cash out yet because I didn't hit that $100. And right now I already have $32 as my estimate. So I have hit the $100 threshold, but of course it doesn't deposit until the end of the month. So I will get paid out in November. And the November payout date is like the 21st or the 22nd, which really sucks that it's super far out, because that means you essentially don't get paid for 3 months. If you don't hit the requirement for the single month, you don't get paid for the next 2. Other than that, getting monetized was super easy. Setting up AdSense was super easy. And then you can turn on all of the things that you need to turn on. So you can go into earn and you can turn on all of the things. Now, one thing is your old videos will not have ads in them. Just make sure if you want money from your other ads, you go in, turn them on, you go into your video and you place ads in the mid-roll ads if you can, because of course you have to be over 8 minutes and 30 seconds to place mid-roll ads. But all you have to do is go into your content tab and then turn monetization on. But that will not place mid-roll ads. So once you get monetized, you're gonna have to go here, turn it on, or you can just go here to the details and go to your new monetization tab and then turn all this on for all of your old videos, because YouTube, I don't remember, I'm almost positive that they didn't do it for me. And once you are monetized and you are in the program, that also doesn't mean that you are just good to go and set for the rest of your YouTube career, because you can actually get kicked out of the program. Now, one way that you can get kicked out of the program is by simply just being inactive. If you don't post anything at all for 6 months, YouTube will take away your monetization. And that means if you don't post a video, or you don't post a short, or you don't post on the community tab. So let's say you want to take a break, or your life got busy or whatever, and you didn't post anything for 5 full months. If you post something on your community tab, that will count as your channel still being active and you will still be okay. If you don't post for 6 months, then you will have to reapply if you don't do that. So just beware of that. And you can also get video demonetization or have limited monetization on your videos, on every single video. So if we go here to my video monetization, again, you can see where I just showed you monetization on, this video is being monetized. If you see green, that means your video is being monetized. But you can have limited monetization as well, which means some ads won't play. And that is if you are doing anything that is super graphic, or if you have a lot of swearing or things like that, they might limit the monetization on your video, because some advertisers would not want to promote their content on that type of video. Or you can have a video completely demonetized, which is if you go way too off the rails and you're really cussing and swearing up a storm, and they can completely demonetize your single video. Now, it doesn't mean if this video here is demonetized, it doesn't mean this one will in this case. It just means this specific video won't make as much money. So you can have monetization disabled for every specific video you have. That's just something to be aware. I've never had any problems. I know a lot of YouTubers have had problems with limited monetization, but my content is relatively clean, straightforward, clean cut. So if you post content like this, you're likely not going to have any issues at all. And I'm actually going to upload a fake video because I want to show you the back end, some of the tabs that you get when you do upload a video. Okay, so I'm just going to upload a random short here. It's something that's already been on my channel, doesn't matter. You have a monetization tab, which you can then turn on. And I will have display ads, skippable video, non-skippable, all of that. Now, only videos longer than 8 minutes. So it wasn't 8 minutes, 30 seconds, it was 8 minutes are eligible for ads during the video. This is the short. It's obviously 60 seconds long, so I can't edit any of these things, but if I was uploading a real video, these would all be optional. The tab that I want to show you though is the ad suitability tab. So does your video's content, title, description, or keywords contain any of the following things? So do you have any inappropriate language? It lets you know exactly what they are looking for. If you have any adult content in there, if you have any shocking content or violence, there's a ton of different stuff in here. Do you have any of this stuff? My content never has any of this stuff. So I can just click none of the above and submit rating. And it basically tells you what happens next here. Since I've rated enough videos, it says your rating accuracy is high, so we'll monetize your videos using your input. If there's a strong side your input is inaccurate, your monetization status may change. So let's say I do in fact have sensitive events happening in my video, but I don't want my video to not get monetized. So I tell that YouTube, nope, I don't have any of that. And then they find out that I lied. Then my rating will go down and they might not monetize my videos based off of my specific reasoning, specifically what I'm telling them. And it'll hurt my channel basically. So if you have any of these things, you want to let YouTube know so that they can accurately represent your video and they trust you. That's basically what it is they're trusting you to let them know so that they don't have to do it. But if they find out you're lying, you're screwed. And then on top of that, you also have copyright strikes, which is basically if you use a lot of music in your videos or footage that you're not supposed to use that is copywritten and you don't have permission to use it. If you get too many copyright strikes, you will get kicked out of the program or even have your channel deleted. However, not every copyright strike is the end of the world, because YouTube is now understanding that good people who are not trying to do copyright strikes, sometimes they make an honest mistake. So before, if the owner submitted a copyright strike, they took down the video and they issued a copyright strike. And if you had 3, your channel was completely terminated. There's a lot that goes into copywriting, and I've never personally had an issue with it, so I'm not 100% sure how everything works, but I did find an article that talks about all of this stuff, so I will leave that in the description below as well if you're interested in learning a little bit more about it. But essentially what they're doing now is if you get a copyright strike, you're allowed to go to copyright school, which is basically going over the rules and I think it's watching a video, and you can basically get rid of that copyright strike, especially old ones that you had before, and you can get it removed. And then I think if you get 3 within 90 days, then you don't get that option. So you want to be careful. It goes away after a while once you do copyright school. So the quote that I found, the first time you get a copyright strike, you'll need to go through copyright school. Copyright school helps creators understand copyright principles and how they're enforced on YouTube. Copyright school consists of 4 short multiple choice questions. So again, if you're curious about any of that, because I've never had any problems with it, so I'm not 100% certain how the whole thing works, I will leave the link to the article down below. But if you make all your content yourself, you make content like this, shouldn't be too much of an issue. It is just something that you should know about just in case, because if you do music in your videos, you have to be careful mostly with that, because if you add random music that you found from a random thing, or you just add your favorite song to your video, you are going to get a copyright strike. And sometimes you can do it accidentally that you didn't know was copyright. So you really want to be careful with the music that you're adding. And the best place to go if you would like to add music into your videos is a place called Epidemic Sound. If you want a paid version, it's a paid for music library that has a ton of different stuff in it. I used it for a while when I was doing vlogs and stuff, but I just know that my typical way that I like to do videos doesn't include music, and it doesn't include a lot of sound effects or things like that. So I stopped using it, but it wasn't because it was not a good platform. If I used music, I would be paying for it. It is fantastic. I absolutely loved it. The library of stuff that they had in there was great. The options that they gave you was amazing. I just don't use music in my videos, so I stopped using it. But if you want to use music in your videos, I'll leave a link to Epidemic Sound. It's not an affiliate link because I'm not affiliated with them anymore. But if you want to use the link, check it out. I recommend it. Or you can use the YouTube Studio. So they have new creator music in here, which I think is super, super cool. They had something like this before, but they're kind of updating it now, where you can just get 15,000 free tracks from YouTube, and you can use these in your videos and you can get them for free. And the new thing that they're adding is revenue share. So they are working directly with music artists in order to put what normally would be copywritten music into your videos. So the rev share option is basically says no money down for tens of millions of songs. From chart toppers to deep cuts, access tens of millions of songs from the YouTube music catalog for no money down, and share revenue with the music right holder. So let's say, for example, you want to use this song right here. Your revenue on that video would be split. Some would go to the creator or the music right holder, and some would go to you. And you can see right here, amounts of the song. You can use any duration of it. All the regions are supported. Monetization would be partial, but you can use all of these songs and you do a revenue split. Now, personally, I wouldn't use any of these. I would probably just use the free ones or use the Epidemic Sound ones, but that is there as an option if you want to use it. Now, copyright strikes sound scary, and getting demonetized or not getting into the program, it sounds scary. But if you're pretty much following the rules, it's going to be okay. I wouldn't stress out too much about them, but that is pretty much everything you need to know. So just be careful, make sure you know what you're doing. It's not a huge deal, but this information is something that you want to know just so that you're aware of what goes on. And I hope that was helpful. So make sure to like this video if you like, and subscribe to my channel down below. And if you want to see how much money I make on YouTube and me breaking it all down, check out my last income report right here. Bye.